Hey there, folks. How are you, everyone? Have a good day. Well, my name is Jansen, and for today's video, I will be touring you around again to a different topic, and it will be all about Google. As we all know, even the youngest child in the world knows how to manipulate Google, especially if they already know how to manipulate their computer. And so, for this day, we will as we all know, Google is really a search engine, as we all know, but we will try to explore the other functions that make us so excited to use the Google applications. And so let's get started. I will be teaching you three different functions of Google, and that is Google Mail or the Gmail, the Google Forms, and the Google Docs. Okay, let's get started. You just have to click in Google Chrome, and then we will now go to gmail.com. Okay, and if you're already redirected to gmail.com, as for me, I already have this Gmail account, so I will just log into my Gmail account. And for those who have not yet signed up with their Gmail account, you better sign up and get started using the Gmail. Okay, and okay, and then we'll just wait. It's loading now. It's loading now. There you go. Welcome to my Gmail account. So for this time, I will be teaching you the some basic functions of this Gmail account. So I will explain it to you from left to right. Okay, from left first. Here is the compose. This is where you are going to make your letter or your email. This is the inbox. Particularly this part here is the inbox, wherein there in here you will have to read the emails that have been sent to you, and these are the starred. This goes for those email who which is very much important, or which very much relevant to you, and you don't want to place it anywhere, so that's why you want to give a star to it. And then drafts, these are the messages that you've composed but you were not able to send it, or you are not going to send it to everybody, or it's not yet time to send, so you'll just put it to drafts. And then all mails, and in the more, there are important chats, there are spam, and the categories. Okay, this part here, okay, let's explore more. Okay, when you try to delete a message, for example, you want to clean up your Gmail account, and so you want to erase everything that has been stored in your inbox. So you just have to click this one, and you have to click this trash box here, and all of those messages will disappear. And if you want, for example, to just delete this part here, for example, I will delete there, this one. I'm going to delete that one, and just check the box and then click delete. But if, for example, I just happen to delete it and I really want the message again, so you can always undo it, and charang, your message came back. Okay, that's how to delete. The next one is this part here, this wherein you can see the 1 to 11 of 11. This explains, or this is the indication wherein how many messages do you have already. For example, mine, I only have 1 to 11, but if if it happens that your message will reach until 100, 100 pieces, or even 200 or 1000, so what you will see here is the messages that will just fit the whole screen. For example, it's 1 to 11 or 1 to 50. You can actually set it to as to how many messages would you just like to see, or you want to see per screen. And if you have um, if you want to view the older messages, you can have it here, or if you want to view the newer messages, you can also have it here. And then this part here is the settings. There, this part is the settings. So in here, um, you can have the display density of your messages. Like for example, for this time, I am now using the comfortable one, and you can also have the cozy one. It's smaller than the comfortable, and you can also have the compact, and it's much smaller than the comfortable. So for me, I will be using the comfortable one. Okay, then you also have here in the settings the configure inbox. What's the function of the configure inbox? This configure inbox will show us, I mean, it will separate the different topics, or the different types of messages that have been sent to you, or the types of messages in your inbox. So you can also have it primary only, like this one, or you can also add primary and social, or primary social and promotion, primary social promotion and updates, primary social promotion updates and forums, and you can save it one. When you save that one, and see what will happen. Okay, it was already segregated into different types. So there are primary emails, for social emails too, the promotion emails, the updates, the forums, and many more. So as for me, because I only have just not too big size of the email, so I will have it, I'll just configure everything as primary email. I will uncheck this one, and this one, and this one, and this one too, and then I'm gonna save it. So this returns to the original style. Okay, then next part of the setting is settings. Here in the settings, you can actually change your password in the accounts and imports. Um, in general, you can see which language are you going to use. Here, this is what I mentioned a while ago, the 1 to 11. If you have remembered, this will show the maximum page size. I mean, if you want to show up to 50 only, or if you want to show up to 10 only, or up to 15, or up to 20, or up to 25, well, it's up to you. Then we have also, okay, that's all for the settings. So we will go to the themes. If you happen to see that my screen is just so boring, and I really want to change so that every time I will open my email, I will see different view, or I will see a view that is pleasing to my site. So I will change the setting first. Okay, so in changing the setting, or the theme, just have to click themes, and here are actually customized themes already that has been prepared. Just have to click it. You can also have just a plain color, and you can also have different views. So I will be selecting, well, I want a sea type of theme, so because I want to go to the sea, I want to go to the beach. There you go, and you just have to save it. Okay, then we will see there. That's how your theme looks like. Or you can also change another theme. For example, we will pick this theme, and again, we'll just have to save it there. But I really want this theme, so I will change it. Can I have this one? Okay, I'll just have this one because it's much clearer. There. It's as if I'm going to the sea. Okay, I will also teach you how to compose mail. How to compose mail. You just have to click compose because I already teach you how to delete mails. So just click in compose and you will send a message to, for example, I will send a message to myself. Mhm. Gmail.com. Okay, this one. For example, the subject is hello. And I will have the message here. Hello, Jansen. So in here, you can also attach files. For example, you want to attach a document. In here, you can also have or attach a file that is um, saved to your Google Drive. I will teach you where you can find the Google Drive later. Or you can also insert photo. Or you can also insert a link from a website. And the last thing is you can also insert emoji. What's the importance of an emoji? These emojis, you just have to use this one. For example, you just want to have a positive vibes with the message and will change the mood of the ones who is receiving the message, and then you click send. Okay, so we just have to wait. Mhm. Okay, okay, here's the message that I've sent. There. So that's it. That's it for the Gmail. And I want to tell you now that Gmail is not just merely for messaging. You can also find other extensions incorporated within the Gmail account. For example, okay, to prove it to you, we will click here. Click these boxes here, and there you go. You can find my account, the Google search, Maps, YouTube, Play Store, News, Gmail Contacts, Drive. This drive actually is like an electronic flash drive wherein it can even save up to 15 gigabytes of files. So I'm gonna show you my drive. Mhm. This is how my drive looks like. These are the documents that I've created. When you're actually making a document or a spreadsheet or a slide, it is actually auto-saved, and so you don't have to worry about you have not bring your flash drive with you, or you have no disk to store the documents that you made. It is actually auto-saved. It is actually saved in the cloud. And so if ever you will have a computer and you will just have an internet connection, you can readily access the documents that you save anywhere and everywhere you want to. Then that's the drive. So I will teach you other functions. Okay, we will go to Google Forms. We also have here docs, the books, the hangouts, the keep. This serves as a note. And if you happen to have an online training, for example, you are using a classroom, you can also join a class in here. I just have to click the classroom. As for me now, because I am training in Virtualahan and we have the Team 21 classroom, and so I have the access, but for those who are not, you can actually not see the classroom here. Then the earth also. So I will teach you about Google Docs. Okay, and get amazed. Okay, just have to start a new document. What is all about a Google Doc? Google document is just like an email or an electronic version of your Microsoft Word Office. The only difference that they have is that these Google Docs is readily saved into the computer, as what I have said a while ago, that you can have it or access it anywhere, everywhere you want to. For as long as you have a computer and you have the internet connection, you can actually access the documents that you have made. Okay. So how to use this Google Doc? For example, I will be writing about home. Okay. And then if you wish, as you have seen here, it is still an untitled document. So if you wish to have it titled, for example, the title of your document is home. So you just have to highlight this one and you click in. You just have to click it here, and there you go. So that's now the title. And okay, I will show you. I will type anything. uh, it says in here that all changes saved in drive. For example, I will type and you can see that it's saving everything that I do. It's saving. Okay, so it's readily saved in the document. For example, um suddenly there is a brownout in your place and you have not finished the documents that you made. Okay, let's see. I will exit this one. And in my okay, I will go back to Gmail. For example, I will go back to the Gmail and then see the magic. I will open my Google Docs, the unfinished one, because I have not yet finished everything that I do. So I will go to Google Docs and then look for the unfinished work that I have. So I will just try to search it. Okay. Mhm. Okay. There. There is my document which is readily saved. And then I will title it home and I press enter. So the name of my document now is home. And so after I do my documents after I have my documents already and I assume it's all finished now. So if I have a question, what Google Docs can do to a freelancer? As we all know, freelancers or the virtual assistants work as a group because there are also clients who has been working with different virtual assistants in diverse places. Like, for example, I am staying in Bukidnon and my other teammates is working in Manila and the other one is working in different parts of Visayas and my client is in Canada. We can actually work collaboratively here in this place, and we can also edit, or we can also just read the document. We can allow everybody to edit the work that we have here in the Google Docs. How? So for example, I already finished the documents, so I'll just click. By the way, in Google Docs, it's just like the same as the Microsoft Word, as I said a while ago. So there's a file in there, there's an edit, view, insert, format, tools. Like for example here, we also have here the different fonts, the font size, bold and italicized there. We'll just have to highlight, just like what you are doing when you're trying to use the Microsoft Word. And then we'll click a font here. For example, this one. There. And I will change the font size. So I will have to make it bigger now. There. So for example, we'll assume that we're already finished. And so we want to share it to our boss or want to share it to our team members. So you just have to click in the email address of those person you want to share the documents with. For example, I will share it to myself, or you can add more people. I will share it to another email address of mine. For example, let's just assume that these are all the team members that you have in your team. And then you can allow him or her if she can only edit. So when she's receiving the message, it will tell her or him that she can edit the documents, or she can also um can view only or can comment only. Then I will like to send this one. Okay, that would be all. So these are shared with two people. So I guess that would be all for the Google Docs. The next thing, or the next Google application which I like, is the Google Form, because sometimes there are also cases wherein we want to have a survey, or for example, we will be accepting applicants. For example, I am a client and I want to hire different people for my team, or who will be working for my team, and I will have the the receiving of the applicants online. So I want to make a form which will, for example, wherein some people or other people who wish to have the position that I've posted will just uh, try to fill in the form that I made. They're not going to send their resume already, or their curriculum vitae, or their application letter, for as long as they have already submitted the forms that I've made. Okay, to access further Google Forms, you just have to click again the boxes in here, and you click the Google Drive, and then add new Google Forms. You can also have, or you can also add a new document here in the Google Drive, but because it is already there in the selection, so I just click it there. And so let's go to Google Forms. Okay, the Google Forms that you have seen now is an empty template. So all you have to do now is to make the questions that you want to have, or you want to list for the applicants. For example, I will be using this as a job application form. Okay. And the form description is online teaching form. So in here, we're trying to hire for an online English teacher or online teacher. And okay, we will then create the question. For example, this is an untitled question. For example, the first question that I have is, I would like to know the name of the applicant. Okay, and you want to make sure that the applicants won't miss any detail of the things that I am asking them to write. So I want them to really answer those questions. For example, the name should be filled in. So I would have it required. In having it required, if you ever see, or if you already have seen a certain form when you are browsing your computer, and you see, for example, in the name part there is a red asterisk incorporated in there, that means that it is a required data, and so you have to fill in. Okay, answer. So it could be in different forms. For example, you can have it in short answer, for short answers, then paragraph for longer answers, or for answers that needs to be explained, and the multiple choice if you have choices, check boxes, drop down, and everything. And so, because name is just short, so I will have it a short answer. Then, I will make another question. So, you just have to click the plus button here. Okay, question number 2, I would like to know the email address, for example. Email. Okay, have you seen the red asterisk already? It's in there. Then, email is just short also, so I'll have it short answered. And here. Mhm. And I also want it to be required. Then I will then add another question. For example, because we are hiring an online English teacher, so there is a time that we'll have the interview. So I will ask for the Skype account. Okay. So for the Skype account, I also want it to be short answer. Okay. Uh-huh. For this Skype account is also short answer. Well, actually, they're actually suggesting you as to what type of answer should be filled in the questionnaire. Then I will add again another question, and I will ask for the address. And because, oh, there. They were suggesting a paragraph. Why? Why are they suggesting a paragraph answer? Because the answer of the address is too small for a short answer. So we'll just have it paragraph in paragraph form. So it needs long lines, so long answer text, and then name, address. So I will have the last questions. Do you have? Do you have a teaching experience in here? Because you want it to be answered a yes, a no, or a maybe answer, so we'll have it multiple choice. It is suggested that you will have it multiple choice. So I want to add the yes, I want to add the no, and I also want to add the maybe. So I will add all the options, and they will just have to click it. Or you can also have other answers. So add other. So what are other answers? So they can just fill in there. Then just like the Gmail that we made, you also want it to look lively. So in here, the palette is violet or purple. So I wish to change it. So I'll just click here and then click this color. Or you can also have a picture, a real picture as a theme. It is also readily made. Just have to click that one. Because I am hiring teacher, so I want my Google Forms to look like this. Okay, I'll just click it. There are also other themes, just like for the party, for the wedding, for the sports and games and travel, and many others. I will select this one, and boom, it's now your new theme. Okay. For example, I wish to preview my Google form, so I will preview it there, and there is the look of your Google form. Okay. Then, uh, for example, um, I would just like one limit. I would just limit my response. So I just want to receive one response. So I will limit it to one response because I only need, for example, I only need one teacher, and the very first person who will apply, I will already accept it. So then you can limit it to one response. But if you wish that you want more response, so you just have to uncheck that one. Then, for example, I want that the respondents can edit after submit, or I want them to edit. For example, um, they've placed or they've key in the wrong information, so they want to change it. For example, they've changed the email address, for example, because there's something that happened to the other email address, so they want to change. So I want them to edit, and also see summary charts and text responses. For example, I want to see the summary chart. For example, I want to see it. For example, out of 100%, um, there's someone who did not answer it 100%, or I just want to see the chart of the responses. So we'll have to save it. Okay. For in order for us to see if there are responses. So, for example, I will be the applicant. I will act as the applicant and will answer the job application. For example, I will add my name here. Uh-huh. And I will also add my email address. Okay. And then I will add my Skype name. For example, my Skype name is this one. Mhm. Then I will add my address. Okay. Okay. And do you have a teaching experience? I would say yes. And submit. So there. So have you seen that you can edit your response? For example, you forget something or you want to change. I want to change my address, for example. Oh, we've already moved. So I will change my address to Malaybalay City. Just like for example. Okay. So then after that, there, you already received one response. So there you go. Here's the response that we made. Okay. And here is the chart that I've told you. Yes, a no or a maybe. Okay, the yes is 100% because I am only the respondent. For example, others. Okay, let's see if there are changes for the chart. So it says in here that yes is 100%. So for example, I will fill in another response. For example, Karen May, then email is this one. Then my Skype is live. Then address is Valencia City. Okay, let's see what will happen. Do you have a teaching experience? I would click here now and submit. Let's see what will happen to the chart. So I will not edit already because everything has been changed. So there are two responses. Okay. Okay, summary of the response, for example. Here. So there you go. Because I've answered no for my other account and I answered yes for the other account. So it's 50-50. And well, that's it. That goes the three Gmail applications that I'd love to. So this is again Jansen and thank you so much for watching. Bye. Have a good day.